our house for that would make me too. I don't have that big of a house, but I mean, we can pack it, that's fine.
I'm totally on board with this thing, but I want to make sure that there's not 4 of us that are going to go gung ho and raise $400.
Right.
In the past, the groups have raised $700 to $900 without much. It hasn't been that difficult.
Okay.
Well, have any of them got sponsored?
Just yeah, I mean,
businesses.
They haven't actually gotten that far. They've usually gotten it from within college.
Oh, okay, it's within the college money.
But you can get food. You can get food donated, and they have gotten food donated before. Dylan's smiling like this.
Yes. Is there anybody that objects?
Yeah.
Doing this?
Other than this pessimistic over here.
Well, what kind of teamwork is that? That is not a
What are you
teamwork.
talking about?
Well, you're like, are we even gonna do this? It's not gonna be a.
No, I want to make sure that it's
You just
possible
have to be
before we go
realistic.
for it. I'm a realist,
I
yeah.
don't, yeah.
Ooh.
That's what
I'm not-
pessimists always say.
On that note, I vote
Well,
for this
I don't like
movie
getting it over my
idea.
head.
I
It's
know,
like
no,
it's
I
like
totally
taking
agree.
7 classes
I
and be
got
like, I'm
kids,
getting
I
an
got-
8 in
I know.
every one. Yeah.
I had a really good
It's
time.
not gonna
Are
happen.
you okay with people voting on whatever?
Anything is good, I'll roll with whatever you guys want.
Well, why don't we just pick the theme? Are we all agreeing that it should be the 150th
100%,
anniversary?
I'm
The
on
secretarial. Does everybody agree on the theme? At least we get one thing done.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it is good.
Should we all vote on that? I'll agree on that. It should be on
If
the.
Cheryl says it's feasible, I'm down with it too. I think this is a great idea.
Would we be doing it on like our time for our class or?
Yeah, I just
That's
asked her.
another
She
thing
said
you vote
yes,
on.
we could, or we don't have to.
It would be best to do that. 'Cause
Well,
then
I'm
all
thinking
of us-
most people, yeah, everybody will be here. If people have, like we've already been hearing, a lot of people, so some in the class already have kids or they've got jobs that keep them in confined times, and
That's gonna
they
be tough.
can't.
For them to get here.
What?
That- Are you talking about actually when we're holding that time? The movie?
Well, we were saying, you said that we could use the class period to do this and go like at 6 p.m. at night.
Yeah, but like she
And
was
then-
saying, a lot of people on Monday night work or whatever.
Yeah, when you show it.
Yeah, there's one.
Oh, well, then you can invite the whole community.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, you say.
I realized that she was just had mentioned that Monday nights to try and get. I mean, obviously, if we're gonna hold it here, it shouldn't be a big issue because you can't fit that.
There's a lot of people here that have classes all day.
Right.
I'm guaranteeing some probably end at 5, if you get them to stick around for another hour and say, hey, there's, you can watch something you might
People
never
bring
ever
classes.
see you.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
the other
or
thing is you
even
can go to
people
different classes, night classes, go
that
to
are
their
here
professors and be like,
and
hey,
see
I'm
if
really
they
not
would do
worried
it.
about getting people to see it.
You will get the people, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
no, but the
We
day.
should just have a date set.
Are you,
within the
are you
next
worried
week or
about?
so.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure we have
because
to
we need
confer
to
with
con-
them.
Yeah.
That's the first thing, is
Yeah.
getting a hold of
This
them and
isn't
even
a
see if this
decision
is
of what's
feasible.
their schedule.
Right.
So
We're
Yeah,
pretty
they're
much at the
booked.
mercy of what they're
Well, that's the thing.
available.
I mean, that's, I think, the first step. If we want to keep the theme the same, we need to have different goals. If for some reason the
Backup?
decoding, something wouldn't happen. I mean, at least if we got the theme down tonight, I guess we're going in the right step. We're baby stepping at least right now.
That should be a goal for next week, is have like
Well,
someone out, reach out to them.
tonight you guys have the theme done, now you need to figure out who wants to be leadership roles. There's enough of you guys here to vote,
I'll take time.
and that obviously the head leader needs to do that, needs to contact them this week. That needs to get started.
Okay, so let's have people throw their names in and what they want to be considered for.
Who wants to be a leader probably should raise their hand.
Well, yeah, but we still
I'll
not,
do like organizational stuff.
but rather, if I may, Dylan, is it okay if I do this?
Go right ahead.
It's really important that you choose your leaders, so I would start by getting nominees and then voting. And the reason I'm saying that is because, and if you decide you maybe aren't ready to vote tonight, that's okay, but get the names in the hat before you decide who's gonna do which jobs. And I'm saying that because sometimes we've had contested roles.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so who else wants an organizational role? Or maybe we need to figure out
What
job
the
categories are after.
Yeah, I would think that'd be something.
I would think finance would definitely be one of them.
What needs to happen now though is you're writing just for tonight, just take the floor and help direct the meeting, otherwise everybody's ideas will bounce off and.
Well, you've seen how people are interacting in a classroom, who do you think would be good leaders here?
Well, I mean, I think you should be one, so you have some strong.
Yeah, I wanna be one, I'm not thinking about what exactly I do though.
What's your name?
Fashion.
KY?
Yeah.
KY? What's your last name?
Larson.
Anybody else wanna nominate anybody else? Nominate
Yeah, yeah, what's your name? Kelsey?
What's your last name?
Jessel, Jess.
Really look around the room and think about who you see acting as
What's your
leaders
Well, what
here.
about those two girls that?
Jesse.
I nominate you.
Angie and
Jesse, you wanna be one?
Katie.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, I don't know if they
They're
would.
so busy.
Yeah.
They would need to jump in if they wanna.
Yeah.
So
But maybe
just
you might wanna think
wait.
about putting them in different groups so that they can be actually
They
supportive
can
of their
be
group
like
leaders.
vice leaders.
I know Katie wants to be involved in this, but she cannot take a leadership position. But she
Yeah,
wants to.
because
That
she
seems
is.
pretty clear, I mean, I think she made that pretty.
Yeah, that's what
abundant.
she told me tonight. She
What
wants to be involved and she'll do whatever it takes, but she doesn't want a
I
leadership.
wouldn't mind, but.
You can each talk about what you would bring to the role and you can figure this out. I would definitely put everybody up who's really interested in being
Yeah,
part of
I'm
it.
really good at like networking, so like promoting the event and things like that.
Perfect. Okay, what's your name?
Karina,
I saw it.
Carina, because you in the room knows.
And nobody should feel hurt if they don't get picked, it just means that then those people became support roles and secretaries and things like that. In what capacity?
I mean, how many groups,
You can
how
still-
many groups do you guys usually?
Well, we have 20 people.
Usually there's 4 subgroups, in our
4
experience,
groups?
there's been 4 subcommittees and then a group, an overall leader.
Well, there's 5 up here.
Well, you could have
That's
4
okay.
subgroups and an overall leader.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
One of those persons would be an overall leader,
Yeah.
and then the 4 subgroups.
So maybe you should have,
If we
who
wanna
vote,
just do that.
maybe you vote for who you want to have be the overall leader, have everybody go around and vote on that, and then figure out who
Do
the
all you
sub-leaders
guys
are
want
from
to be
that.
the overall leader?
Yeah, does anybody really want that position?
Maybe we don't want an overall leader.
Yeah,
You want
I
to
mean,
go?
that, I'll do it.
Yeah, who wants to do that?
So there's 2 for the overall leader.
Who wants to be the overall leader?
Jesse and, where's Becky?
Well, oh, you're Becky.
No, I'm Kelsey.
Oh.
Oh, okay. You said Becky, okay, Kelsey J. So then, why don't you
No,
help
down
Kelsey?
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Oh, just kidding, you guys are saying Becky.
Or nothing what the groups were you were.
Funding
Or
promotion.
just
There was
overall
already groups on
organization.
D2L that were
These-
from
this
prior
was-
years that were, so I guess she's
Well,
gonna
we don't-
readjust it.
Yeah, hey, she's not good, she's good. Or funding, say it again, funding,
Like funding,
Promotion.
outreach, and just overall organization.
Facilities.
Facility, oh.
Yeah,
Facilities.
yeah, so, yeah.
So then
Outreach?
instead of doing an outreach, because we could do that with.
promo committee.
Yeah, see,
outreach.
and what do you, I don't even know if this is way too bizarre, but just from the preview, that, it really looked like an interesting movie, and if we can get, I don't even know how you would go about doing this, if you can get a smaller, movie theater to play that movie and promote it too, yeah,
That would be cool.
then, I mean, it's
Oh,
promoted,
yeah.
And they've got a bigger
Yeah.
facility than we do.
Bigger
Well, we
facility.
gotta write this idea.
people aren't be like, hey, it's at
Are
a
you
full
saying like
Facility,
carbon?
that is one of
She's
the.
ready.
You need to get an ad in the paper too.
I love it,
Oh.
Well, then have to deal with all our funding and
Yeah, if we
everything
can afford it,
else.
Yeah.
definitely.
And I mean, can we get money ahead of time? Do you even need to put them up at your house compared to, you know?
No,
You
they
can
would
put 'em
rather.
up.
they'd rather.
Oh, that's
I
what they'd
would
rather
want
be,
it to be, yeah,
okay.
they'll be in the house.
Alright, I didn't know if that would be
No, we're
something
gonna
you
put them in the
feel
database
uncomfortable
by
or not about or
Super
something.
8 motel.
On a serious note, if you're not able to host, I have access to, I work for the Hamptons, and so I can get discounted rates.
Yeah, if you're not, I
$29
think,
a night.
do
I
well
will-
even stay in
I will
hotel?
have an answer by next
No.
week
Food.
as
That's
to
what
whether
they
that's.
Stay home, stay, yes, it
Yeah,
has to
that's
be.
in the house, right?
I'm sure that.
Yeah, that
So- So, now, if you're willing to host, do you wanna be in charge of the food and getting a hold of them and figure out how many people it's gonna be and whatever?
Yes. Can I come in for food?
Oh, so you would call the code at 38 then?
Okay.
So
So,
should we vote on who's where?
yeah.
Well, I'll vote for myself to be in category 4.
Well, you pretty much had,
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
get category
That's
4.
not a problem.
You get category 4 on that
Done.
What's your first name again?
Becky.
And what do we want you to do?
I think you'd be good at that.
Didn't you say promotional
Yeah.
stuff?
I'm, whatever, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
Let's-
yeah, that'd be good.
Well, I wanna get the 4 main leaders first, and then we'll start putting the people who are in.
Yeah, but do most of the last 3 wanna fight over the last 3 spots though?
Yeah.
They all wanna go up front and explain why they should have that job.
Oh,
You know, instead
Well,
of
we're gonna
saying
make
you're
this
there.
fun, aren't we?
You're there.
I like what you think.
Yeah, I mean, they should, realistically, how
It's
many
debate
of you
day.
that voted to be a leader
Well,
want
I mean,
funding, you know?
But
You
who,
should
how many,
raise your hand. Out of
who
you
wants to do
3.
funding?
Out of you 3, who really
Ask
wants to
them
do
what
it?
their degrees are gonna be, because maybe one
That might be
marketing,
too.
accounting, you know, that's.
True, what's your
Something
degree?
You should know we only have one class being scheduled in May 7th, but there's also finals week. So either of those nights,
Okay.
I
Because I guess, I
yeah.
don't know how long
I
you
need
wanna
to-
stay.
what
if you
is
wanna,
the website?
Like, come Sunday.
Oh, Dakota 38.
That's what that's what I
I'll
was
find
thinking
it.
too, was
Just
Monday.
how
Yeah,
would I
they
go about
promised
getting a
it
hold?
the day after they film it.
What you can, and by the way, I will ask that anything that you mail out is run by me first.
Yeah, I will.
Because in the past, people have sent things out without contacting me, and sometimes that can make things a little bit
Yeah.
awkward.
What would you say for?
Smoothfeather.org, www.smoothfeather.org/Dakota38. And do you want me to put that on our website too?
Yeah, you know what, just do that. Yeah, otherwise, cause I have to run it by you anyway, so.
Commonly asked questions, do you mind? So in the spring, we're making the film available to anyone who'd like to host a screening. There will be a form to fill out on our website, which will allow you to pick location, date, and time. We will then make these screening dates and locations available for everyone to see
So
on our
they need
website.
a date before we.
Well, you can
launch
get the
them?
free screen.
You can either host a free screening, or you can wait a few months and personal DVD orders and downloads will then be available. It's not up for sale yet. So contact us, it's right here. You have to just go to the website to contact them.
Okay.
Okay?
What do you
You're gonna
think?
put that in D12?
Yes, I am.
It sounds like you need a date though before, when you
I think
contact
they
them,
already have
date,
preset
time.
dates, right? Is that what that said?
It says, contact location with location, date, time of where you'd like to host.
Yeah, so just contact them and say this is where we want to be, and we're wondering if you have any dates in the first week or 2 of May.
Jesse?
Yeah, it says allow to
Yeah.
pick a
I'll
location.
help you figure out a message to send them.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then we'll run it by you
Ooh,
first.
this is stressful. Let me,
Yeah,
let me
this is-
figure
It's
out.
just
This
this
is
like
gonna
trying
be
to
a-
figure out all the little stuff and.
As soon as we have our jobs allocated,
Yeah,
what we
it
need
should
to
be
do,
alright.
it's gonna go a lot smoother.
So,
So then I think too, for everybody else, think about what group you want to be in for next week.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it's fair.
shouldn't we have a backup plan with the whole class and then talk about groups also next week?
Start
It's like
focusing
what
stuff on
starting
each
people
well.
into groups next week for sure.
Yeah, but he's saying backup plan, we don't have a backup plan.
Well, he should have something in case this doesn't happen.
Well,
Because that would be
our
pretty
theme
bad
would-
if we.
our theme would still work
If
though.
what?
You can do
Well,
a
no,
lot
our
of things
theme
with
will
theme.
still work, but we should think of another thing to do.
That's what I'm saying, it's like if we're, that's why I was saying, bring it up like that, it's feasible because it's not like we're relying on us being able to put on a show in the cafeteria.
Right, there's a lot of outside factors. Yeah.
And if something goes wrong and we got a month to figure something else out, it's gonna be nasty,
Right,
so.
and that's fair, that's realistic, you have to be.
You guys are still ahead of a lot of groups that started, a lot of people started at 8
Really?
weeks. You guys are starting at, there's 12 weeks left, roughly, right? Because this is the 4th week of school.
Yeah, and then like, seriously guys, whoever's here,
Yeah.
let's get more in contact on D12,
Yeah.
it's such an awesome tool, and like,
What's,
There's something open already.
Cheryl?
yeah,
Can you set up
I know it's open,
groups
but
for each of these on